The majority of plants and animals are able to thrive in places with very specific climate conditions, such as temperature and rainfall patterns. Any change in the local climate has the potential to have an impact on the local flora and fauna as well as the ecosystem as a whole. Some species have already relocated to cooler areas in response to a warmer climate. For instance, some animals and plants in North America are relocating further north or to higher altitudes in search of suitable habitats. The life cycles of plants and animals are also impacted by climate change. For instance, many plants are beginning to develop and bloom sooner in the spring as temperatures rise and to last longer into the autumn. Also, some animals migrate or come out of hibernation at different times. Hey, and thank you for joining us for this conversation on wild animals and how they behave in the environments that are most natural to them. Today's video is all about animals in wild, their behavior in their natural habitats. We will investigate how various kinds of animals adapt to the surroundings in which they live, how they communicate with members of other species, and how they make use of their innate skills in order to thrive in the wild. Before we start, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel if you find our content informative. Let's begin with the African savanna, which is home to some of the most well-known species in the whole world, such as lions, elephants, and zebras. Let's have a look at animals in the wild. Lions are considered to be the top predators on the planet due to their exceptional hunting abilities. They are gregarious creatures that congregate together in groups known as prides. These prides consist of a number of different females and just a few males. They hunt in a group, with the females performing the majority of the labor and the males often taking possession of the kills. Elephants are the biggest terrestrial creatures that can be found on our planet, and they have a very intricate social hierarchy. They live in groups called herds, each of which is directed by a matriarch, and they interact with one another using a range of vocalizations as well as physical gestures. They are also noted for their intellect, and they have a strong memory, which helps them recall significant landmarks and watering holes. They utilize this memory to their advantage. Zebras are members of the family of horses and may be identified by the alternating black and white stripes that cover their bodies. Zebras can be found in Africa and Asia. Harems are the collective names given to the little groups that these sociable critters create when they come together. In most cases, harems are made up of one man and a number of different females. Being herbivores that are often hunted by carnivores such as lions, zebras are compelled to always be in a state of heightened alert and be ready to run away at a moment's notice. This is because lions are among their natural predators. Moving on to the rainforest, which is widely recognized as one of the ecosystems across the world that is home to the richest variety of life. This location serves as a habitat for a diverse array of animal and insect species, including but not limited to monkeys, birds, reptiles, and insects. One of the most well-known animals that may be discovered in the forest is the chimpanzee. This primate is really our most closely related living relative. Chimpanzees are highly social creatures that gather in large groups and have a complex social hierarchy. Chimpanzees cluster in large groups. In many cases, the dominant men in the group will use their influence to assert control over the other members of the group. They communicate with one another using a variety of vocalizations and physical gestures, and they have even been known to weep for their ancestors once they die away. They utilize tools to collect food for themselves, and they communicate with one another. The toucan, which can be recognized by the vivid colors of its bill, is yet another animal that lives in the rainforest that deserves to be noticed. Since they spend the most of their time perched high in the branches of trees, toucans are categorized as being arboreal birds. They eat fruit in addition to insects, and their one of a kind tongue is both long and thin, which allows them to cut deeply into fruits and remove the succulent flesh. They are carnivores. They call the jungles of the tropics home. In conclusion, in order for wild animals to survive in their native environments, they have developed a diverse array of behaviors and adaptations that enable them to do so. Every kind of animal, from lions in the African savanna to chimps in the rainforest, has its own one of a kind method of interacting with the other creatures and the surrounding environment. We hope that your time spent reading about animals in the wild and how they behave in their natural environments was enjoyable for you. If you find this video informative, please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell for upcoming future alerts. We'll see you in the next one.